Hey everybody, Boris from BK Forex. Welcome to the weekly crosses section for October 2nd to October 6th, 2017. And this week, a lot of very interesting trades, but really my favorite trade is kind of a variant of the trade we did last week. We really liked pound Swiss to the short side last week. That worked beautifully because I was negative pound. I'm still negative pound, and I think the truest trade to express that is a long euro pound position. Support at 88. Resistance now at 90. It's a very, very strong support. We'll take a look at the weekly charts. I'll show you why and how. And it all basically is contingent on the idea that UK data is going to disappoint this week, and that's probably going to drive cable well below the 33 level, which should push euro pound well above the 89 level, perhaps even towards the 90 level. Euro remains still relatively bid. I like the pound as a relative weakness story again this week. So the euro pound, to me, is one of the better crosses as an opportunity to express that. I also like the caddy to the short side, and that is being expressed very well by euro cat to the long side. I'm going to show you the chart. This is one of my favorite chart formations, especially on the weeklies. And I think there's potential here, certainly towards 48.5. 150 is the big resist point here, and support lies at 145. And then the surprise trade of the week, because really it's kind of took me very much by surprise when I looked at the weeklies. And the big reversal in euro Swiss, if you sort of want to hedge your long euro position with a short euro position, massive reversal in euro Swiss, kind of basically suggesting there is certainly negative dollar trade here because of the Swissy coming down, but also possibly enhancement in risk aversion. This is essentially a hedge against any kind of wild card development happening in Germany. Perhaps the possibility that Germans are going to have another set of elections because they can't come to a workable coalition under the Jamaica flag, as it's called. So those three things are setting up. I actually just realized these are all euro trades, but that's how it's just setting up. They're very different thematically on the cross section. Let's take a look at the charts here and see how it plays out. So let's do euro pound first, because that to me is a really interesting negative pound trade. So sorry, this is it's a 5-minute chart. Let's look at the here's the weekly. So the euro pound on the weeklies, you can see nice buy up. I love to see it when they buy up the bottom and end up nearly the top, because that suggests a change in momentum and a change in sentiment against this 88 support level, which is a very, very stiff support level here. So technically looks quite good. Potential bounce here up to all the way up to 90, but certainly all the way up to 89 on the euro pound. Euro CAD has one of my favorite type of chart formations, which is this. Look at this buy up. We tested the bottom and we bought it all the way up. That's suggestive of a massive switch in sentiment in the marketplace against the caddy towards the euro. It's at 47. Doesn't really have any significant resistance all the way out to 150, so certainly could extend. I really like this trade even on the opening of Monday night trade, Monday morning trade, Sunday night to us. As a potential trade that could extend on Canadian weakness. It really isn't as much about European strength as it is Canadian weakness that could extend as we go forward. And then the last look here, very surprising, I will say this, but look at this massive turn. You have to respect the turn. We flipped, broke the lows of the week, ended up below the lows of last week, not quite at the lows of the week, but still pretty significant. We took out the 16s and came back down to be below 14. That's as much, I think, a signal of dollar weakness against the Swissy, but still also a little bit of risk aversion. Clearly a big distribution top here. We'll have to see, but it certainly has a potential here to extend all the way up to the support level of about 1350. This is a small volatility trade. It's not going to extend a lot, but 1350 is quite possible here to the short side. So there could be some continuation here as the week begins. And that's pretty much the best ideas in the crossland right now. As I said, it's a relative weakness pound, relative weakness caddy that we're trying to trade as the week begins. Wish you guys the best luck, the best trading. Boris Schlossberg, over and out.